they call it corrections, but it seems to me like it could also be context, because a chapter, it just gets you around. And what you were talking about exactly, it's actually time-stamped comments.
Welcome to Office Hours, presented by Today in News Tech and our hometown, where we discuss posts and updates featured on the TNT vodcast. In this episode, the team takes a look at YouTube's new corrections feature, highlighting possible implications and opportunities for news publishers on the platform. Check out the original video here.
All right. That's interesting. Any comments on that? I mean, we should probably try to demonstrate it maybe as like a follow-up video, that might be kind of cool.
I actually checked to see if it would work on one of our old videos, and I've double checked. It's supposed to be rolling out to everybody by the end of the month, so it should be pretty close where I can show what it looks like. But basically you go in, and the details of it, just so I can give you a little bit of stuff that wasn't in the video itself.
Sure.
Is you basically just put the word correction or corrections after your timestamps for the chapters, and then you can add as many timestamps for corrections as you would like. That card, as it said, only appears for the first one, but then you can bring that interface up, and it'll list all the corrections with all those timestamps as well. Right. And I would assume you can put anything in those corrections, including maybe links to an updated coverage or something. So that was where I was thinking about the transparency and the integrity aspect.
I really have a big question.
Sure.
Can this only be applied by the person that owns the account?
Just whoever you authorize to edit the description of the video.
So that was what I was thinking. I was like, okay, so are we going to is Google going to come in here and do like fact checking, and all of a sudden everybody's videos are going to have these corrections by Google on there?
Oh, absolutely. No. That is not my impression at all.
Right. Although
that is a very interesting caveat to think about, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they are doing automated chapters in some videos now.
Automated chapters, you said?
Automated chapters, And actually, in some videos, they'll even show you which chapter markers have been getting the most clicks as you scan through the video. So a few little things like that.
So this is kind of all built around the chapters.
It's basically utilizing the same interface type. Yeah.
The interface, because you would take a chapter and you would comment on the chapter. That's how you put the correction in. Is that right?
No. Well, that's the interface is the same, but they're handling the data differently.
Okay,
so they'll keep those separate. So there'll only be one card that shows up, one interface announcement that there are corrections for a video.
Right,
and then all of the timestamps for corrections are just under that umbrella, which are going to be separate. And that's why you have to list them, or you're supposed to list them after any chapter timestamp, so they don't get mixed up.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to see this in action, but I can sort of picture it. Let's just take it back a step and think about how does this apply for local newspapers. I guess I would throw out there just this idea. This is a good way. I don't know if, this has been a barrier for people getting into YouTube, but like the idea of having to go up there and put corrections on an evolving story, I can see that being like, oh, it's a hassle. Like we never really, we can't post the video as it's evolving. It has to be like a finalized story. But maybe this will kind of allow people to put something a little bit more rough up there as a first cut, and then kind of add information in as they go. I don't know.
Well, I would think imagine if some town board actually allowed video, so you had a recording or an interview or something like that, and basically you wanted to get that up with some introductory coverage, but then if you had extra things that were updated, you don't want to get rid of that that space where that video already exists. So this would be create, because it's they call it corrections, but it seems to me like it could also be context and stuff, because a chapter, it just gets you around. And what you were talking about exactly, it's actually time-stamped comments that the creator is providing on their own video to give you more information or correct something that is inaccurate. So I imagine it could
almost
be used
call this annotations.
Right. Wow, it's cool to see this thing changing as, I don't know exactly what prompted this response. Maybe just seeing that many
They
of
said
the
it was
users
from
were taking
feedback
stuff.
from
Yeah.
other creators.
Yeah, they just
I mean,
they were taking videos down. And
this sort of reminds me of a feature that YouTube used to have that they got rid of years ago, where you could
Cards.
have pop-ups.
Right. Yeah. I used to use those. Yeah, I thought those were super cool. That you
Yeah,
could
I
link-
loved them.
Right. Did you ever? So you made a video where you could I think you could link to another video from.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You can still do that. Okay.
Actually,
so
I put
that's
those
all
in every
still
one
there.
of our videos. Yeah.
I thought, at the end, it's
At the
Actually,
end,
it's
but
that little
this thing.
icon. Oh, no, the one I'm talking about is the eye icon at the top of the video box.
oh that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is
That
this?
shows you anything that you drop in for cards or links to
Got
other
it.
videos and stuff. And so that you can pop up at a certain time in the video, and you can put
right.
a bunch of those in there. You have to be a certain tier to actually put links, but you can link to as many videos as you want.
Right.
That's why I thought this corrections thing was going to be interesting, because it doesn't seem to restrict what you can link to in the correction comment.
Right.
So it may be a place
right.
where you could actually link to
That's what I was
a
just
new
thinking.
story. Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking this could be a
I'll
source
have to
of
test it,
traffic.
though.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a great one. Oh, man, see, you're kind of discovering stuff. It's not even common knowledge yet. This stuff is so new.
Yeah, this came out on The Verge and whatever, just like yesterday. But they didn't even put it on their blog. It just came out on this video on their creators channel.
Right.
And there was an update to the support page. That was it.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if we could link back to the article on the website or, a follow-up article. I'm just also thinking, how could we use this for our hometown? Because we have these products that are changing. I don't know if we would want to call it a correction, but, we could have updates to product videos rather than.
Or do a guided demo that way, and you use the correction section to take them to the specific feature pages.
Oh, there you go. Well,
We might have to do some testing to see if we can manipulate this a little bit and see if we can get it to. But the only thing I've seen is that it just has the heading corrections that's kind of like fixed.
Right.
So it's going to have like that kind of context regardless of what we actually might try to put in there.
Right. So yeah, I mean, just even more basic, why we could just use this feature here to link.
I put that at the end of. And maybe I could try putting because they have a bunch of different other ones, but it's usually something suggested plus, that lovely picture of you to get them to subscribe. That's like the splash page that I usually put up.
Right. Okay. But this, what was I going to ask?
That can be other things.
It can be, but it can be at any point in the video.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you just superimpose that on top. So basically we would, when we're doing these tutorial videos, we would want to
I'm sorry, I may take that back. I think the end ones that do these overlays
it might be only
have to be
end.
at the end. Yeah.
Okay, right.
I'm sorry.
So
you might
what
be able to put it early, but.
Right. So what Tyler was talking about, and I remember doing this, is you could
Those
have
are
them at
cards.
any point.
Yeah,
cards.
they call those cards.
And that's what this is.
Right.
Okay.
And so they'll pop up and then they'll kind of hide in that eye icon. So as you go through the video, if you didn't actually want to click on any of the cards that popped up, they'll all be contained in that little eye thing. So I think it comes up around 8 seconds. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, does it? Oh, it does that. See, I don't even pay attention to that, honestly. It's so small. I
forgot it was there.
I don't even ever click
I can actually add to the video, hey, click here
it's okay.
and put a pointer.
This is so cool, man. Yeah, I never even thought about that. I didn't realize you were doing it.
Hey, all Google day.
I Googled day, right. So, I think this, or if you could even work into the video a screenshot of the other video that we're linking to. I don't know. I just think we could start to network these tutorial videos together so that it's just like it flows, and prospects could just almost simulate a live demo by like clicking one after another. That's kind of the dream, right?
Well, that was the approach I've been taking to the most recent feature product videos is to kind of make
Yeah.
them feel like chapters.
Right.
So if we did kind of link them
Definitely.
into something longer,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would feel that way.
The way you're doing it is it's perfect. All we
Okay,
need to do
cool.
is add the links to the other videos. Like, yeah, I can totally see. Let's see. Let me just
Because you
switch
can
over
certainly
here.
link from one video to a next. I mean, that's already there. So we could actually
Right.
say at any time, if you get this, you can click on the card in the blah 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 in the
Right,
top
right,
right
yeah.
and go to the next
Right.
section. Yeah,
Exactly. Right.
interesting. That would be because then you could have a whole different set of things in the description, which could have different links that relate to that feature and not have to
Right.
like have 8 pages of stuff.
Right.
In
Right.
the description.
Yeah, so like on a section like this or something, I'm picturing like if we had another video that went into more detail, probably on
You
something
could pop
over
a
here.
card right in the top right
Yeah,
there. No
the
problem at all.
paywall, right? And then the arrow. I think that's everything. The whatever. I don't know. That little eye is just not. It's not attractive. It doesn't attract my attention at all. So
Well, that's actually
interesting.
one thing that a lot of creators do is
Okay, they'll point
is
the
they
arrow.
put their
Yeah.
own little thingies out there.
For sure. Yeah.
And so I've got a couple of templates that, yeah, you could have the card there, but you could also have something that calls attention to that same spot at the same time, to let you know something's there. Yeah.